Alright, so I had a couple of you ask me some questions. So I'm gonna go to those questions right now and I'm gonna answer them. Cause it's been like 2 weeks. I can't say I've been necessarily procrastinating, but I just been living life, and I think that's my biggest problem. And I'm not saying I don't think it's a problem at all. But the thing is that in this society that we live in, if you're actually living, but you're not pulling out your phone and recording it to the rest of the world, you're not doing anything. But what I find is that the people that are the most present, the people that I call my people, the people that I want on my island, the gods and goddesses that are around me, I find that anytime I'm with these people, they're never on their phone. We're genuinely living. We're having fun. We're having a conversation. We're doing something. We're creating life, essentially. Something that would be amazing to watch recorded, but we just don't do that. A lot of people live to be recorded and seen by the rest of the world. They're seeking validation. The ego is what has created society. I gotta show y'all niggas, bro. The ego is what has created society. Don't live for society. Live for yourself. So while maybe it may seem like I'm late on answering these questions, maybe these answers are just coming to me in divine timing. Do you hear what I'm saying? Everything is always good, okay? And I had one of you. His name is AAG World. And he said, why do I get so much thoughts of suicide and just thoughts of losing my life or bad things happening in general? I've been struggling with anxiety and thoughts since I can remember, and lately it's just been really hard to keep my mind right. Well, before because a couple gods had actually replied to him and gave him some insight, and I appreciate all of y'all. Blessings to all of y'all. I'm gonna answer it straight from the top, straight from the dome, just freestyling answer, you know what I mean? And I find that whenever I don't get extremely sad. I wouldn't say I get that. Sometimes I would have anxiety, though. I would say that, and sometimes it would feel like there's like a black hole in my heart. Like I just feel like down, like out of nowhere for no reason. And I'm just like, why do I feel like this? And that's the anxiety, because it's just like you're anxious. You really don't know sometimes why you're feeling this feeling. But there's a reason for it. There's some type of trauma. There's something attacking you subconsciously that you may not understand or you're not aware of. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's why I always preach about being conscious, because when you are conscious, nothing can control you. I'm gonna drink to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta drink to that one. Nothing can control you when you are conscious. And what I mean by that is that, let's say I'm angry, which is more of the state that I'm in. Like, my negative side, like you're saying you're down, thoughts of suicide, I don't get depressed. My sadness is more, it comes out as anger. So for me, let's say I'm angry and I have the thought, oh, I'm angry right now. The moment I have that thought, I have become conscious of the fact that I'm angry. Okay, so now I have a choice to make. This is where, when Kanye said slavery was a choice, this is exactly what he meant. Now you have a choice to make. Do I remain in this state of being angry? Do I let it control me? Or do I remove myself from it? Do I say, oh, I'm angry right now, I'm going to stop being angry? You have a choice to make. Okay, some people choose the other option. Some people choose to say, I'm going to stay angry. They realize they're angry. They're conscious of the fact that they're angry now. And they said, okay, I'm going to stay angry. I hope you know how to control your anger, my nigga, because anger can make you do things you don't want to do. I couldn't help myself. You hear what I'm saying? So they be saying, I'm just like, yo, you can help yourself. Slavery is a choice, okay? What I need to do is, I can't even release this video yet. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to record me driving, okay? Because my meditation is through driving. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a god when I'm on the road speeding and cutting through traffic. I'm passing by these people that are just moving so slow, they look like NPCs, my nigga. They're letting the matrix control them. And I know when I see a god on the road, because I see them speeding, I see them turning up, I see them driving just like me. I'm like, oh, you awake right now? Because you know what? You can't. The people that drive slow, what I've noticed, I always look in the mirror, I always look in the window, and I always look at them. I look at them. I gotta see what they're doing. I gotta see what they look like. I gotta know what the stereotype is, so I know what type of driver I gotta avoid. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see them driving slow, they're always on their phone. They're always looking down. They're always on their phone doing something else instead of paying attention and being conscious of the road. Driving requires 100% of your focus. That's the only reason I can speed. I'm not telling everybody to go out there and start speeding. But what I'm saying is you have to be conscious in order to do anything. When you are conscious, you have control. And when I'm speeding on the road, I feel like I'm in ultimate control. I like when I'm driving, I'm scanning the road and I'm looking to see what my next move is gonna be. I'm calculating right before I move. You know, I'm playing chess on the road. It feels amazing. How could I do that if I'm on my phone the entire time? I'm letting something else control me. And now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring this back to what you were saying. You're having thoughts of suicide. You're in this state of depression, really. You're anxious. Every time you feel it, become conscious of it. And then I want you to think of something or go do something that makes you happy. What do you like to do? This is what they call releasing. Okay, so like I said, I have anger problems, right? So a lot of the times I'll go to the gym, I'll exert all that extra strength that I have. You hear what I'm saying? All that extra energy, you know what I'm saying? Tire yourself out, take all of that negative energy out, transmute it into something positive. Okay, because when you allow those thoughts to continue, let me break it down for you. Let me break down how emotions work. Basically, you're in a state of depression, you're in a state of sadness, right? Okay, so you're having this feeling of sadness. So it's of course your emotions are linked to your brain, right? Your brain is now having thoughts fueled by this emotion. So now you start to have sad thoughts. So you have a sad thought, and then it almost fuels that feeling. You're like, oh my God. And then you become more and more sad. Then that feeling generates more thoughts. And then you just keep going in this cycle. Your emotions are controlling you at that point. Slavery is a choice. Stop being a slave. You are letting your emotions control you. What do you need to do? And I'm being dead ass. Meditate. No, actually do this. Close your eyes. And I want you to think, I wonder what my next thought is going to be. Look at how your mind is blank right now. Because you were sitting there waiting and watching your thoughts. You wanted to see what your next thought was going to be, and nothing popped up. Because you were conscious at that moment. They could no longer control you. But there's some people that are constantly in their heads, constantly having thoughts run through their heads. Battery's about to die, I'm just keep going until it stops. But these people are controlled by their thoughts, controlled by their mind. The mind is a tool to be used and then set down afterwards. Some people are running in autopilot, being controlled by their thoughts. That's why these people on the road are still on their phones, because they just had a thought, oh, I wonder what happened on Instagram. I wonder what this person is doing. Oh, I gotta tell this person this. Live in the present moment. Accept everything that's around you, highs and lows. Even if you're going through a harsh time, I want you to understand that it's happening for you. People say, why me? Why not you? Because if it's this strong of a battle, God knows you can make it through it. That's all it is. You are trying to find the perfect version of yourself, okay? You have to get there by being conscious. What triggers these thoughts? Remove those things from your life. Accept anything that accepts you. Go where you are happy. And it starts with you having that happy place in here. What does your heaven look like? Answer that. What does your heaven look like? And I just want y'all to remember, link in the description.